Waverly School is an independent, progressive school in Pasadena, California. We have students starting in preschool and they go all the way through 12th grade. Like all schools in the United States, technology plays a huge role in supporting the instructional practice of our program. And in many ways, it means that technology is something that should be experienced in the background to support, as opposed to being in the front. And that means that it needs to work well, it needs to be well supported, and it needs to be well conceived. When you think about technology in a school, one of the most obvious things that people think about might be hosting a class online. So maybe where students get access to information about their courses. But the relationship that we have with technology goes much deeper than that. Our communications, all the email, where we store documents, how we communicate with our parents, how we access the campus, everything about the infrastructure of our school touches on technology. Those are things that are obvious at times, and those are things that many people don't think about. It's really about having a strong infrastructure that allows for seamless engagement with all of our students and seamless support for all of our teachers. The relationship that we have with ProLink is really important, and it's long-standing. Our school is almost 35 years old, and our partnership with ProLink has covered 23 of those years. It's covered massive changes in the way that people think about data and technology. 23 years ago, people were just really using email. Many high school students were not using email comprehensively 23 years ago. Now email is something which is taken for granted. Data storage, use of the cloud, transitioning documents, thinking about the interface between campus access and technological tools, updating internet access, wireless internet access. There's so many things that the relationship that we've had with ProLink over those decades has made possible at our school. 23 years ago, many of the things that we take for granted now didn't exist to a lay customer. Perhaps for people who were more advanced or on the military side, perhaps that stuff existed. But for schools, we're doing things now that we could not have imagined, and our partnership with ProLink makes that possible. Security for a school is very important. When we think about protecting the identities of everyone that both works and attends the school, also protecting the identities and data for all of our families. Making sure that people who are nefarious actors from outside are trying to access, making sure that they're prevented from doing that structurally, and making sure that our teachers and students get education from us, which actually comes from ProLink, to make sure that the system is protected. All those pieces for us are quite critical. On top of that, there are a range of filters and overlays which prevent data attack, nefarious actors, things like that, from getting onto our system. And then the communication that we have with ProLink in terms of if we were to ever see something, or if we need to engage people about ways to understand what looks suspicious, that support is there. The dialogue that we have with ProLink is comprehensive and thoughtful, and it's also mindful of who works at our school. Every different institution has people with different levels of technological experience, comfort, and knowledge, and ProLink does a great job of engaging with our teachers in ways that meets them where they are. The partnership that we have with ProLink allows for a flexible work environment, which for educators is really important, because for many people, they think of working in a school as you show up before the kids and you leave right after them. But actually, a lot of our employees are working off-site. All of our grading happens off-site. Teachers take that work home. They need to be able to access data. They need to be able to communicate student reports. They need to be able to talk to each other. They need to be able to email parents. All those things are made possible by a flexible network and a secure network. For us, we also look at the campus infrastructure and make sure that all of our staff, all of our facilities are well trained in how to access the campus, either remotely or to be able to come in and have easy access through security, but also to the physical campus itself. At the core of the relationship that we have with ProLink is about making sure that the school is running a modern system, which is up to date with all of the changes that are happening in the world, and allows us to focus on our core audience, which is our students and families.